Have you ever seen a screwdriver that can do this? There we go. We got the first look at the Klein Tools ball grip screwdriver made in Japan. They call it the Fast Bit True Grip screwdriver. The best thing about this screwdriver is that it accepts any type of bit. It doesn't grab how you think it does. So technically speaking, it doesn't matter what side I put this into this screwdriver. Check this out. The mechanism just grabs inside there, so you can see where it's caught there. If we push this down, it should release. So any bit you want to put in this thing, it's going to hold it. Even like the two-sided racketeers made for drills only because they didn't have this thing. Not anymore. You can put any tips in this. Check this out. You see what I'm saying? It just grabs everything. You release it that easy. The front of this is totally metal. It's the release. But the best part about this is the amount of torque you get. So if you want to talk about torque control here, we actually tightened this by hand and we stripped out the whole screw. Look, 2 hands. But I'll drive another one just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So that's the level of control that you get on that. This is one-handed. I'm holding the camera with my other hand. Of course, we might have some bounce here. Now we're going to try and do this in one take. We're going to make the screw ourselves. This thing's bouncing around. Just add that much more realism. So we're straight on like this. Fingers like that. Straight on as opposed to the other way to grab screwdrivers. Of course, this thing would do that while I'm trying to screw it in, but that's the level of that's a level of difficulty there. This whole thing is falling, but we're still going. There you go, stripped out. Look at that. Completely stripped it. Let's do it again. I got more pressure here. We can push really hard this time. So you can see how much grip we have on that. It's in there. Let's see if we can get any more torque on that with a different screwdriver. Nope, and my hand started slipping. Come on, there's got to be a screwdriver in here somewhere. Let's try the Vera. Can the Vera get more grip on it? Everyone likes the Vera. Tell you right now, this thing's going to be slippery. Damn, the Vera actually did get more. Damn, the Vera freaking broke it. I was waiting to do that with the Klein. Now we got to drive it again. Okay, I drove another one. Let's see if we can break this one. Okay, so it's too stripped out for the Vera. Okay, now we're going to put a tip on this because we can put any tip on this screwdriver. We're going to put a Weehaw on here. See how much torque we have with this. There we go. There you go. And that's by hand, dude. That's, if you're questioning, do you lose the torque or fantastic. I don't even know what to tell you. We knew the Vera could do it because dude, look at the tip on this. I mean, who else makes screwdrivers like that? But I really don't like these handles. They're too short for my liking. Also, you notice how we have to be like this to do it versus like this. This is more ergonomic and better for your wrist. You can actually turn your body. So right now I'm rolling my whole body. As I'm turning, I'm not actually turning my wrist. I'm locking my wrist, turning my body. There's a big difference. And as you get older in the field, you're going to realize that all this is true, man. You want to use your body more than your joints as you're turning. Same thing when you're using a knife. I always lock my body and push slowly. See if we can get it. Nope. There we go. I think we broke it. I can feel the screw flexing with the power of this thing. So power is not an issue. It transfers power very nicely. It is a very nice tool. 2 videos I'll be releasing. The unedited footage of this where we actually broke the screw with the Vera as well, because I'm not going to BS you guys. I show you guys good tools all the time. We're not trying to make one look better than the other. Both are equally capable. I think the ball grip is superior, and the fact that we can use any tip we want is a very huge plus. Okay, tool pouches. What and how is this thing going to fit? What are we going to do with it? Let's see. So, in there without a bit. Almost anywhere without a bit, really. Works really good. If you want to leave the tips in here, the one thing we have to do is be mindful of this release mechanism. So as we're installing this in here, we could potentially have a loose bit in the bottom of our bag. I think it's kind of cool to have this stored without the tip and then just grab the tips when you need them. That's pretty cool. Much like my favorite 1000-volt screwdriver. So usually I'm rocking this. And by the way, this thing is already quickly coming in close competition with this thing. That's crazy. So we got our bits here. Turn the knob. Release the tips. Grab the next tip that we want. Load it in there. Good to go. Can we please get a ball grip 1000-volt insulated multi-cline, please? That would be insane. What about the tough belt? A little bit too long, but if we release the tip, that's good. And by the way, this is the only form of bit storage that this tough belt will have, which makes it functional for designs like this and designs like this. If you guys don't know, I specialize in showing you guys tool loadouts in certain pouches, so you guys know what to expect, what's good to buy as a electrician tradesperson. Whatever, this already fits better than this thing ever did in this setup, because this thing like barely fits. So it's really friendly for almost all the tool pouches. I can already tell without the tips in. Get a tool pouch that stores the tips for you. We're going to be comparing these to some other brands that you guys know and love. We got some Vessel. Of course, we already did the Vera. Throw some Weehaws in there. Got another number 2 Vessel floating around here somewhere. Might even try out the Walkies. Know what you guys think in the comments below. This is, again, the first look at the Fast Bit True Grip screwdriver from Klein. Made in Japan. You saw it first here. Sub for more.